What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Gabos, and we back with another one. Remember, if you old to the channel, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit both them joints one time for your boy. I'm a little under the weather. It is what it is. Also, subscribe is the vibe. Your boy's on the road to 4K humbly. So we got breaking news. Derek Carr signs with the New Orleans Saints. And here we go again with this weird ass dilemma that we see in the NFL. Like, I don't understand the quarterback privilege in the NFL, bro. This sport is the only league that rewards mediocrity way more than any other sport you've ever seen in your life. I was looking at this dude's career stats because I wanted to know, because Derek Carr just signed a 3-year, $150 million contract, right? So Derek Carr just signed a 3-year, $150 million contract. You want to know what this man's career record is? It's 63 and 79. 63 and 79. 16 games below 500, but apparently the Saints view this man as their new savior. And it goes to show you just how much quarterback positions are just, I don't know, just overrated, absolute necessity. I just don't get it. He ain't gonna do nothing for you. The man had Devontae Adams last year. He had Josh Jacobs last year. He had a decent O-line, mediocre defense, doesn't matter. He had Waller, he had Renfro. You know what I'm saying? He had a plethora of weapons, and even with those weapons, this man couldn't make the playoffs. Couldn't even come close to making the playoffs. The Raiders were a bad team last year, and he had weapons. So it's like the Saints try to add this man with Michael Thomas, who might be there. Kamara's going to be suspended for half the year, if not the whole season. What do you expect is going to happen when you give this man $100 million? This dude is 63 and 79. Those are backup numbers. But NFL just views this as an opportunity. Opportunity to sell what? I don't get it, bro. I honestly don't get $100 million guaranteed for Derek Carr crash. I've been telling you, this guy's the worst quarterback, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league for since like I ain't for the past 2 seasons. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna chop this one down too. So we're gonna get right into it and see what these guys got to say, because like he ain't finna do nothing for y'all.
Hi, I'm Will Selva with breaking news, and the first free agent quarterback domino appears to be poised to fall for the latest out of New Orleans. We bring in our NFL Network insiders, Mike Garafolo and Tom Pelissero. And Mike G, I'll start with you. Who are the Saints zeroing in on?
I'll make sure I get this one right after screwing up the tweet. Will Silva.
Let's do it.
It is
Come on,
Derek
let's
Carr.
do it. Yes.
It is not our colleague David Carr. It is Derek Carr, free agent quarterback.
Yes.
After 9 seasons with the Las Vegas Raiders, he was released recently, and he is expected to sign with the New Orleans Saints. They are closing in on a deal. Sources tell me and Ian Rappaport on this one. And look, the Saints were the team that Carr met with before he was released by the Raiders. They were willing to meet Las Vegas on trade compensation. But Carr said, you know what? You're not giving me the permission to talk to anybody else, so I'm just going to wait for my release. He did. That afforded him the chance to hit free agency before other free agents become available next week. It also afforded him the time to take his time throughout this entire process.
Cold.
He did just that. He met with 3 teams in Indianapolis last week: the Saints, the Jets, and the Carolina Panthers. And we said all along, despite the fact,
Like, I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all, bro. If I'm gonna sit here and offer a man $100 million, you better either use accolades of the resume that warrants the $100 million, or I at least gotta see a championship in my horizon. You know what I'm saying? It has to be one of the two. Either your past dictates that you deserve $100 million, or I gotta feel like you can lead my team to the Super Bowl. It has to be one of the two. I can't just pay $100 million because you played a quarterback position, bro. I just can't. And these teams continuously prove to you why they're just bad organizations. You're paying this guy $100 million for what? What is he going to do? Win a division?
the fact that he didn't accept that trade at the time, don't discount the Saints' chances. They are very much in this. They had a great visit. They play in a dome stadium, which is a quarterback loves, number one. Number two,
Don't matter. He's not going to win in the dome.
Without any other settled quarterback positions and a lot of teams in flux. So there's the chance for the Saints to compete, certainly with an established quarterback right there. And it's also the NFC as well. We talk about the AFC being loaded. The path to the Super Bowl still seems a little bit easier in the NFC, especially when you look at the quarterbacks they've got over there in the AFC. So, Tom, Derek Carr closing in on a deal with the New Orleans Saints could get done officially very shortly.
Mike, let's be very clear. Despite some speculation to the contrary, the Saints were always the preferred destination for Derek Carr, even though, as you alluded to, when he took that initial free agent visit or trade visit to New Orleans at a time that the Saints and the Raiders had agreed to a framework of a trade, it made sense always that this would ultimately be where he was going to land. He's back with his original head coach, Dennis Allen, who was part of drafting Derek Carr back in 2014. Carr is still somehow only 31 years old. He's obviously been a productive player through the course of his career. The hurdle for Carr has been getting into the playoffs and then winning playoff games. Well, in New Orleans, as you mentioned, Mike,
the hurdle for Derek Carr has been getting to the playoffs and then winning playoff games. So the Saints was just like, yeah, we got 9 figures for him. We got 9 figures for him. That's what we need in our quarterback, bro.
A team that very much continues to compete for the now. And the Saints have been going through their annual exercise of restructuring practically every contract on their roster to get into salary cap compliance and clear cap space. They're using some of it here on Derek Carr. We'll get the numbers, I'm sure, relatively shortly, but anticipate this is going to be a pretty strong deal for the rare quarterback who becomes available prior to the start of free agency. Jameis Winston is technically still under contract for another year. Does not seem like he's got a future in New Orleans. Andy Dalton is a free agent. This is very much Derek Carr's team, and it is a veteran team that Dennis Allen, Mickey Loomis and company believes can bounce back and win in 2023.
Win what?
Gentlemen, there were reports that Carr was seeking $35 million a year. How did this reported price tag have an effect on his market, if at all, Mike?
Well, the Saints didn't seem like they balked at anything. And listen, the Jets were in this as well. And the Jets loved their meeting with Derek Carr. And from what I gather, were interested in having the negotiations with him at a fairly good number. And so they were in this certainly as well. We'll see what the final number winds up coming in at. I'm getting a call right now, so Tom, you can take it from here maybe. But yeah, Derek Carr is going to make some money here. I'll tell you that much.
And let's be abundantly clear for anyone who got the Twitter alert from Mike's initial tweet. No, the Saints are not closing in on a deal with David Carr, our colleague who's been out of the NFL for close to a decade.
Did I say that again?
Another trash
Derek
quarterback.
Carr, the former Raiders quarterback who is going to the Saints. I thought you were on the phone. I was just going to once again clarify here for everyone watching. Derek Carr, not David or their other brother Darren, who's also had some fun with Mike on Twitter. It is Derek Carr set to become quarterback for the New Orleans Saints.
Derek, David, you couldn't even make. You couldn't even tell the difference,
David Carr would certainly have a robust market, guys. Just in my opinion. Either way, as always, NFL Network insiders, Mike Garafolo and Tom Pelissero. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Much more on NFL Now at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure.
Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I'm not even a hater, bro. Like, at the end of the day, if you could get the money, if you could get the bag, get it. I guess, you know what I'm saying? You are worth what people are willing to pay for you, right? It's just I can't see why. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not necessarily mad at Derek Carr for cashing in that bank. I blame the Saints. Because y'all not going nowhere. Like, the division is sweet. I'll give you that. Okay, maybe you can win the division. Imagine if you pay this man $150 million and you don't win that sorry-ass division. That NFC South division, they ain't literally got nobody. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all still didn't win that division. Y'all not doing nothing. I don't have y'all beating the Cowboys. Y'all definitely not seeing the Philadelphia Eagles. Probably won't even see the Giants or the Vikings or the Packers with or without Rodgers. To pay this man $150 mil, $100 mil guaranteed is crazy, bro. What has this man done to warrant this kind of bread? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I rock with you if you rock with me. Remember, subscribe is the vibe, man. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Derek Carr's contract negotiation, because I ain't gonna front. I need his agent, bro. His agent could seal the deal, because he's out here just heisting the league. Just straight up heisting the league. This man has made over $200 million in his career with 63 wins and 79 losses. I'm gone.